Look at this mess. I can't show you how this thing works. So we bought this house in March of 2020, and we're here in the master bathroom. Not a lot of storage, that's the storage. And I needed a place to put my male toiletries. I don't know how else to describe it. Male toiletries? Male toiletries. And here's all my male toiletries. That's not what some of you might think it is. It's actual cologne. But I needed more. There was no, all there was a mirror, no medicine cabinet. We got this medicine cabinet, filled that up pretty quick, but I had some more items I wanted to stow away. So I made this shelving unit. I don't know what you would call this. Shelving unit? Pallet wood. It works well. Also, when we bought this house, this towel rack was mounted kind of to the wall. It was loose. The holes were wallowed out. I tried twice, even tried using spraying foam in the holes, letting it dry and reattach it. Didn't work. So I figured, well, I've got some space to make towel storage. This is what I kind of accidentally came up with. I was going to make something similar to this with an outer frame and different shelves like we have here. But while doing some sort of measuring, I placed what were going to be shelves on the two flat pieces and kind of came up with this. And it works. I actually used the same stain on this as I did for that. But with that, I think I used a brush, and this I just used a paper towel or maybe a rag, and it came out a lot darker on this. This piece ended up looking a little more refined. And to get the towel rack, I thought, well, I'll mount it to the bottom, and it's sturdy. It's nice and sturdy there. And I added a hook for a hand towel. People don't really come in here just because the master bedroom's the furthest walk. And that's what I did for my bathroom. Better look with lighting here. I didn't turn the lights on. That's what we got going on here. So after the wife saw my shelving unit in my bathroom, she wanted her own shelving unit. And I put a hole in here for her hair dryer, and I routed a bevel in the top for that, and I also made this hole for her flat iron. She wanted to put her flat iron in, and you got to be kind of careful. If you close the flat iron completely, it'll go straight through. So I'm not sure if there's anything that can be done for that. It works if you're careful. She liked it. I try to make everything aesthetic, at least that kind of lines up with the mirror. It looks strange on the angle because the mirror is tilted out. The shelving isn't crooked. The mirror tilts out from the wall because of how it's mounted. There's a big gap there. She was happy with this. This actually I made in March of this year. Pretty recent. Again, she needed more space, so I gave her more space. Craft table. It's a pretty big 8-foot craft table used with half sheet of 1/4-inch plywood. Painted it this teal color and then put some polyurethane on the top. Put it in a drawer. Hit this with a matte gas torch to get the burnt wood look. It's pretty simple. It maybe only caught fire once, but it wasn't a big flame, but it works. She was happy with it. But yeah, she was ecstatic that I got this done. I made a similar table for the TV. This room used to be our office for both of us, and just recently I moved out into the spare bedroom because we never have guests, and the garage was actually turned into a small apartment, so that's what we're using for guests. Same basic layout. 1/4-inch. Is it 8 foot? I don't think it's quite 8 foot. It looks a little shorter in length. Put a shelf on the bottom there for her to keep stuff. With necessities. We needed something to put the TV on. There it is. She wanted a craft table. That's what I did. Kind of had a drawing of what I wanted to do. Got some input from her. But no, she's been pleased with it. So this room is kind of embarrassing because we are constantly throwing crap in here that we're going to donate or we have for sale. It's real life. I made this bookshelf for the wife. Found someone that was selling cedar planks. I assembled it in here. I just brought the wood in by myself and assembled it by myself. And I put the third shelf in last, and that was a chore. She was happy with it. So this is the latest thing I made. I got these dumbbells from Academy. They go from, I think, 2.5 pounds to 55 pounds. They don't come with a stand. They just have that bottom plastic blow molded thing that they sit in. And I didn't want to bend over to the ground, so I took some wood I had and made this. It's not the most stable. It's holding, I guess, 110 pounds, but it's holding it. That's all I need to worry about. I had a need and I created a fix. Alright, so this is the first thing I made when we moved in. Workbench. I wasn't sure what I wanted. I had this door. This is a solid core solid core door I wanted to use. All this crap was on. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pairs of glasses on this thing. I don't know where they came from. And again, with my consistency issues, I made a stencil. Stencil? I don't know what you call that. I took some cardboard. This is the first time I'd ever done this. I wanted to make a consistent pattern, screw pattern. I've got a couple others I used. Cardboard, and that's how I'd use a punch. One of these, spring-loaded punch. You push in and it makes a dimple for you. Then I used this for my pilot hole, number 10. I don't know if you can see a 10 on there, but it's a number 10. It does the countersink for you. There's a point right at the end of the bit that gets you right into that dimple. So you go right into the dimple and you screw in. And you can adjust the depth on these. This workbench, I wanted to make it unique. I took a couple of different ideas from guys. I'm going to put some plywood to make a shelf down there. The neat thing about this workbench, which I did not see anywhere else online, at least not to this magnitude, was a leaf. Alright, I'm happy with it. I've been noticing if I have that folded up, as you saw earlier, it's just a junk collector. Really, if what I really want to use it for is if we have friends over, get this pigsty cleaned up and have everything squared away, put this table up, might make some chairs, thinking about making some chairs for our table on the porch, the back patio. I'm happy with it. Any questions you have, let me know, and I'll let you know how I made it. And I didn't do this. I haven't done this for every project, but actually the table is the only one I did this for. I've actually made some sort of planning. It's very rough. Yeah, this is the craft table. I was looking for, it was just a rough draft. That was for her shelving in her bathroom, which this is part of the original drawing. I added more to it. And this was fine-tuning the dimensions of it. Just 19 inches high. I didn't label it, so I have no idea. Brad nailer, 18 gauge brad nailer. That's what I made my man item shelving unit with the small pallet slats. Wood. Please like and subscribe. I'm trying to build this channel for y'all. Just being an everyday man, doing everyday stuff. I'm more fortunate than many and less fortunate than many. You know, make things that you need. Find a lot of this wood. I asked, but I went to homes that were being built and they had the scrap boxes and I got some of the wood from those. Not the 2x2s. I got those at Lowe's. Again, I asked. I didn't just go taking stuff. I made sure it was okay. Good luck with your projects, y'all. Just letting you know, I'm not a woodworker, but I made these on my own with some research and measured out what I needed to put where. Got a lot of work to do, but I've done a lot. Y'all enjoy. Do what you got to do.